Good morning, students. Today we will be beginning with the next terms that are used in accounting. In the last lecture, we had seen two terms. One was transaction, different types of transactions like cash transactions and credit transactions, and the other one was goods. Now today we will be beginning with the third and the most important word that is always used in accounting, that is capital. Now we have heard the word capital in various contexts. Now in accounting concept, we will learn the term capital. What does capital mean? Investments made by the proprietor into the business from time to time is called as capital. Whatever investments are made, investments in the sense he is buying furniture, he is buying goods for selling, he is renovating the shop, all these are investments. Are you getting it? Investments का मतलब ये नहीं है कि पैसा उन्होंने कहीं और इन्वेस्ट किया, शेयर्स में या बैंक डिपॉजिट्स में या ऐसे, बट इन्वेस्टमेंट मीन्स यू आर रेनोवेटिंग द शॉप, you are buying the different types of goods for sale. All these are your investments into the business, and these investments are made from time to time. It is made for starting the business, and as the business grows, it requires additional capital, it requires more fund, so he has to pour in more amount of money, so that is also called as capital. Now I have given you an example. Mr. Mohan started business with cash rupees 1,50,000, goods worth rupees 1,40,000, building valued at rupees 5 lakhs. That means Mr. Mohan, he has started his business, and at the initial stage he has introduced cash. Cash will be required for various purposes. Then he has brought goods worth rupees 1,40,000. These goods he has brought for sale, so it will be considered as capital. And he has taken building or you can say apartment or a place, you can say, for starting his business, and that is worth rupees 5 lakhs. So all this he has done for the business. That is why his capital will be total of all these things. Are you getting it? Cash 1,50,000, goods 1,40,000 and building 5 lakhs. So सब मिला के उसका capital हो जाएगा 7,90,000. Are you getting it? So whatever you do for starting the business, for running your business smoothly, from time to time, all those investments are called as capital. In accounting terms, now we will study the term from the accounting point of view. What does accounting terms tells us? Excess of assets over liabilities. We express capital as assets minus liabilities. That means your properties are more and your debts are less. Are you getting it? That is called as the capital. Are you getting it? Whatever you own for the business, that are your assets, and liabilities means any amount which is payable outside. So whenever your assets are more than your liabilities, we call it as a capital. Is it clear? Now we are going to study the terms used in this formula. Okay, the left hand side term capital that we have already seen. Now we are going to see the right hand side terms, that is assets and liabilities. First of all, we will move towards assets. Property or belonging of the business is termed as asset. Anything owned by the business, owned, it is in the name of the business, that is called as asset. Are you getting it? Now if a business is run in a shop, in a building, in a flat, which is his own, it is used only for that business purpose, then that shop that building, that flat is the property or the asset of the business. Are you getting it? Now, from accounting point of view, economic resources which provides benefit to the business are called as assets. Now, those property which provide economic benefit, which are used in earning the income, which are used for generation of income, such property is called as an asset. They are the economic resources. That means they are used, they are purchased and they are used for generating the income. पैसा खर्च किया है उन्हें पाने के लिए, and that are used again to generate the income. So they are your economic resources and they are going to provide the benefit. That is why they are called as assets. For example, now you will have different types of things as your assets. Like you have goods. Now goods you sell it to the customers and from the customers you get money. So goods are your resources which are providing benefit. So they are called as the assets. Furniture. You make furniture for displaying the goods. So they are used for the generation of income. So they are called as your assets. Are you getting it? So anything that is used for generation of income and which is owned. This word is very much essential. Owned. O-W-N-E-D. Owned is very much important and they are owned is called as the assets. Now these assets are of different types. There are three types of assets. First is fixed assets, second is current assets and third is fictitious assets. Now we will see the first term, that is fixed assets. Now as the word comes to your mind, fixed, that means immovable, which are stationed, which are planted at one place. Those are fixed assets. But generally few assets are fixed, remaining all the assets are mostly movable in nature. So fixed assets are those which are used by the business for a longer period of time. The first main characteristic. How will you identify an asset as a fixed asset? तो पहला आप क्या देखोगे? Which is used for a longer period of time. We are going to use that asset continuously for 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, until and unless it becomes useless. जब तक उसे स्क्रैप में बेच नहीं पाते हम, जब बेचने की नौबत नहीं आती, तब तक हम उसे यूज करेंगे. सो दोज विच आर यूज फॉर अ लॉन्गर पीरियड ऑफ टाइम. सेकेंडली, दे आर यूज फॉर मैन्युफैक्चरिंग ऑफ गुड्स. बिजनेस में जो भी हम गुड्स बनाने वाले हैं उसके लिए वी आर गोइंग टू यूज दैट एसेट्स लाइक मशीनरी. Are you getting it? Heavy machines are required for manufacturing the goods. So they are your fixed asset. They are acquired for a high price. मतलब वो fixed assets खरीदने के लिए हमें बहुत cost pay करनी पड़ती है. They are highly costly in nature and their physical attributes such as size, color, shape do not change. मतलब आप कितना भी उसे यूज करो, you use it for 10 years, 20 years, 50 years, you use it continuously without any break in between, their physical attributes will not change. मतलब उनका साइज नहीं चेंज होगा, उनका शेप नहीं चेंज होगा. कलर जब हम बदलेंगे तब वो बदलेगा, नहीं तो कलर भी अपने आप नहीं बदलता. Are you getting it? For example, मोटर व्हीकल. मोटर व्हीकल हमारे यहाँ पे जो ट्रक्स है, बिजनेस के लिए जो गाड़ियां हमने खरीदी है, those motor vehicles. Motor vehicles, that means we have trucks, lorries, which are used, small tempos, they are used for business purposes. Those vehicles, they are having these all attributes, and therefore they are called as the fixed assets. Then you can have the next example as building. Building is used for a continuous period. It is, we don't often change the location or the place of our business. Once it is located, we continue our business at the same place for years together. So that building is a fixed asset. Then land, where we set up our machinery, where we set up our office, that land is our fixed asset. So like this, we will have n number of fixed assets at our disposal in our business. The next type of asset that we are going to see is the current assets. Now, current assets are exactly opposite of the fixed assets. We have seen that fixed assets are used for a longer period of time, whereas current assets, they itself change from one form to another. Now, when you are defining or when you are naming any asset as a current asset, you are going to see whether that asset can be used in that original form for a longer period of time. If yes, then it is not a current asset. If you are going to change that form and use that asset over and over again, then it is called as a current asset. For example, you are having a piece of cloth. You are selling that piece of cloth and you are making money. Is it right? So that money is again used for purchasing of another pieces of cloths. Another pieces, those pieces are sold in the market and again the money is made. So that means you are buying the cloth, you are selling it, you are making money. So cloth, money, they are changing its form. आपके पास जब भी था वो कपड़े का टुकड़ा था, लेकिन फिर आपने उसे बेचने के बाद you got money, so that cloth got converted into cash, and again that cash you used for buying various pieces, other pieces, so they became your current assets. So such type of assets which keep on changing from one state to another, from one form to another, those are your current assets. For example, the best example of current asset is goods and cash. Goods will be sold into the market and from that you are going to make money. So goods are converted into cash. Once the goods are finished, you are going to use that cash for buying the goods. दूसरी चीजें आप परचेस करोगे सेल के लिए, and you are going to sell that and again make the money. So this cycle keeps on changing, moving. Then you have cotton. From cotton you convert it into threads, and from the threads you make cloth. So threads, then cloth, then again you will make it into different types of garments. So they are changing from one state to another. So they are your current assets. Are you getting it? All these are used for the purpose of business. They are used for generating your income. Are you getting it? Then now we have seen fixed assets and current assets. Fixed assets and current assets we can see, we can feel, we can touch them. So they become our tangible asset. Now you can see machinery. You can see the truck that we use for our business purpose. You can see the building. You can see the goods. You can see cash. You can handle these things. So they are your tangible assets. Okay, now fixed assets and current assets are tangible in nature. That means they can be seen, they can be touched, they can be felt, they can be sold, they can be converted from one form to another. The next type of asset that we are going to see, exactly opposite of tangible assets, is intangible asset. Intangible asset means those assets which cannot be seen, which cannot be felt, and which cannot be touched. They are invisible. They are called as intangible assets. Now, for example, patents, trademarks, you are getting for the product. पेटेंट आपको मिलता है, यू प्रोड्यूस दैट आइटम टू द मैक्सिमम हाईएस्ट क्वालिटी एंड यू गेट patent for that product. It is called as the intangible assets. Are you getting it? So patents, trademarks, which is given for your produce, that is your intangible asset. Next you have is fictitious assets. Fictitious assets are the imaginary assets of the business. Imaginary मतलब उस ना कोई वो thing है, it is neither a thing nor it has any fixed existence, but it is assumed to be an asset, like goodwill. Are you getting it? Goodwill is based on the number of customers you have, number of years profit you are earning. So that is the fictitious, or you can say the imaginary asset of the business. So today we saw capital and we have seen the formula of capital, that is assets minus liabilities, and we have seen one part of our formula, that is assets we have seen. In the next lecture we will see liabilities and different other terms associated with the subject. Okay, thank you. We'll meet soon.